go. Alright, first go to Discord. While wait, I'll check on PC side of things. Looks good, looks good. Alright. Okay. I'll bring up my mobile life dashboard. I'm gonna plug my phone into my little charger thing. I didn't mean to do that. I guess maybe I did because I thought I clicked on the wrong thing because I just got the notification about someone I follow going live, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I thought I. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh shit, I thought that maybe I had clicked that instead of the other thing. Yeah, I have to wait until who knows how long so I can see if I can possibly get the ability to play Mouse PA for hire. What's this thing say? Of course. But yeah, we'll be getting started in just a little while, everybody. Yeah, I'm just wanted to check some stuff. Alright, let me see where we're at. Cause that probably like eventually it's gonna be, probably be a little bit slightly more delayed. Okay. Alright. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started and everything. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Blood Refresh Supply. Originally, I was originally thinking that about like this one game that was coming out for PS4, but it's currently on PS5 only for right now, and there's no telling when the possible PS4 port will be done. But I was looking at this game called, I think it was like Mouse PI for Hire. I was wanting to hopefully get that game. Maybe I'll go on this little release day and everything. but like I don't know what the hell is going on. It's like I see a thing of I see like a store page for it and everything like that, because I was looking at like Mouse PI for Hire PS4, and it brought me to that, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's PS5 only. So I'm like, what the fuck? And supposedly, this is not my words really, but supposedly there's going to be, I guess, like somewhere down the line, even though it's unannounced for right now, that apparently Mouse PI for Hire might be coming, to PS4, maybe like a few other older consoles or something like that. But right now, something I can't really be able to play, even though like I really wanted to because it looked pretty cool. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to try to do some more Deathwish for Blood. So last time I did this, I made a little bit more progress in the game of episode 1 called Reception. I think like we did the secret level, and everything, and we saw like some references to some like classic movies, from like for like The Thing, for example. And I think we might be on the verge of actually ending off episode 1, because I believe like we last left off on like map 7 of episode 1. And I think, and this is just my assumption, but I think like most, if not all, of the episodes in Deathwish have at least like maybe 10 levels at best. So you have like 9 regular levels, and then the 10th level being like a secret one. So yeah, that's just what I'm suspecting. Now I don't know exactly how long the stream is going to be, because usually I kind of do like a little bit of a thing where it's like, I start at one point, and if if it gets close to when I would normally wrap up, I'll be like, okay, well, there's that. But so sometimes I'll be like, oh, I might go a little bit over, or what have you. So kind of just have to wait and see, like how things go. Now, funny thing per se, if you want to call it that, I actually, I was a wee bit late to start to getting things set up, because I was playing a little bit of Night Rain. I was playing around as Iron Eye and all that, just going up against the first boss, because for the hell of it. A little bit dicey at times, but we managed to get through it. So anyway, so yeah, E1M7, Urban Decay. Now another thing to kind of mention too, I still don't know if I still don't know if like this could be considered like as a mod add-on, or like a mod, or like an official add-on or something like that. But long ago, whenever I was in PC streams, I was on there was one thing I was able to do, which was actually playing Blood, and one thing I did with Blood was I was playing Deathwish back then. And ever since then, I think like a lot of stuff has changed. Like stuff has changed and updated, and I want to say that there's like a 4th episode instead of 3. But Deathwish as a whole, I would say is pretty good. It's I guess you say it's one of those moments where it's like, I guess you say it's one of those little things where it's like, it takes, what's given, and it goes beyond what the original game was known to be. It's like it does more stuff that, you wouldn't be able to see, like back then and whatnot. Hell, some people have even said that this is like the real Blood 2, instead of, the actual Blood 2 game that we got, that was apparently Russian development that it came out with its issues. Anyway, so I play. So yeah. Anyway, I play a little bit of the opening level here. Don't know why I fired. Yeah, so I play a little bit of the opening level here. And everything. So. Yeah, so we got the dagger key. Right here. I'm also kind of attempting to do a little bit of a thing where it's like, I play the game with the minimal HUD, because I usually, I don't know what it is, but like, when it comes to some of the games, like, I always kind of play things with like the minimal HUD, because like, I guess in a way I kind of like seeing the, seeing the weapons, instead of having like, I guess it's kind of a thing where it's like, I just like seeing the weapon model, and, just like seeing the hand, just seeing, like the, you as a character, holding said weapon. Okay, so there's a skull key. With the dagger key door.
It's stuck.
In case anyone's like, wondering what difficulty I'm playing on, I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but it's the second difficulty in the game. That's, I guess you say it's kind of like being below easy. And I'd say the reason why I'm kind of doing this because I don't know, because when it comes to blood, like playing this game on the hard difficulty is pretty chaotic, and usually what I like to do sometimes is it's like, if I haven't played a game for the first time, or I haven't played it in such a long ass time, I kind of do a little thing where like, oh, I'm gonna kind of maybe like, start things off small, or like, in this case a little bit easy, maybe sometimes kind of like work my way up, at most. Guess jump boots are just priced for show. No mirror interaction.
is busted.
And then reserves will be arriving by truck tonight. Huh. I can't be able to do a thing with the TV.
It's stuck.
Spooky ooky. I wonder if that honk we heard was the supposed truck.
It's all way to Tipperary. It's all
These references. Constant. Rapid draft the river shifts what lies inside your wake. The world of clay and wood displayed before the fog. Quit. Like you reeling glass and steel, what wisdom do you claim?
Oh, the bounding main.
The fall will be dust or rust. Nature is the same. Employee of the month. ABC, always be converting. don't look safe. In the fire. One-eyed monks rule. Save here. Ask yourself, is this good for the Cabal? One another is to walk the path of fire in his name. Keko. Kekyo Demon. Flight. Across the waves within the caves, the castle flew sprawl. Where world tool traverses and unravel, but all but pay the toll.
If you're blue and you don't
Down to
know
a
where
dark
to
drown,
go,
where the blackness coil.
putting on the Ritz.
If you be supposed to go to another soul. Oh wait. I hit the jump button. Oh, okay, I see. We had to use the little bathroom window thing to get over here. No, I want the flare gun. they're scratching behind the walls in the bathroom. I still got the little button right there, but it won't let me. It won't let me, I tell you. I said, where are my shots going? It's like I kill all but one zombie, and suddenly like I'm trying to shoot at him, and it's just like the auto aim just. Power find themselves consumed.
Give me a sacrifice.
Ichabod's Halloween supply. Okay. I got the eye key. Vertigo. Okay, so now that we're on next level, we'll make a new save, which in this case can be put Raha. Serve him in the life, join him in death. Can handle me wait, I guess. Okay.
I have awaited you.
Why do they have any much use for guns akimbo? I don't think I'm gonna get much use out of this thing. Right now. Yeah.
Come out, wherever you are.
Dread dog in this store that raised and hope compelled.
If you
Find this
do
relic
and you
converted
don't
for a
know
secret that
it,
it held. But
putting
even
on
if
the
he
ritz.
triumphed, it would just be as he feared. Solidarity's smaller of the treasure disappeared.
Go away! Ah!
It's busted.
Clearly.
Come out, wherever you are.
I'm trying to think, cause like, I remember this mostly from a video where it's like where there's like a big like rooftop battle type thing, and like Chernobog was like I guess like the spirit of Chernobog or something like that was all over the place. Or like watching from afar. Voodoo doll.
No power.
Guardians. At the height, the bridge of light passed diamond red. Through centuries, sealed forbid your flights above there are fed. And so when you then see the stars, what lies ahead.
I got a present for you.
Oh. That was it. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, no. Okay, so, yeah, I guess that was episode 1 of Death Wish for Blood. Like I said, I thought maybe, there was, maybe like one more level from that or something like that. I don't know. all I know is that things. All I do know is that like things have changed and everything. So, but I will say though that it is pretty cool, to see this. It is pretty cool, to see Death Wish again, about be able to play it and see what's kind of like changed over the course of time and all that. And I'm still kind of like trying to, picture it in my head about like, whether or not like this is supposed to be like, I'm trying to think of myself as like, do we consider this to be an official add-on, or like, just something that was done for like just like a fan thing, but just like, but like it was like, oh, like we like this so much that we want to put it into the thing, and if people, for people to play. Which like I said, I mean, like I don't mind, but like if there's like, I don't mind, them doing this kind of thing, but I feel like the one thing that I was kind of expecting in a way when it came to this port was kind of like how they did was like Doom plus Doom 2 and Heretic plus Hexen, where it's like, oh, you get where it's like, oh, people can be able to like upload mods and levels and do like a little gameplay thing, stuff like that. But here it's like, you can't really be able to. But it's like here, it's like, nah, that's not really a thing. Which is a bummer because there is a handful of blood mods that people have made, and it would be nice, it would have been nice to actually play them on like on the new port and everything like that. But it's one of those things where it's like like it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. And yeah, like I'm definitely looking forward, to playing more of Death Wish and everything like that. I know this is kind of like I know this is the end of episode 1, but I'm probably gonna put it off until like my next Shoot Up Saturday stream, cause I think there's some other things I can technically do on here, but yeah, it was fun to see, like like how Death Wish has changed over the course of like the last time I played and everything, and it is, and I will say like it is cool that Blood has come back from the dead, and is able to have like a console release type thing and what have you. The only thing I say I'm just a little bit iffy about, and I think anyone can agree, is just that the pricing. Like it's like I think it's the pricing of it all, and I'd say that there's like some people who kind of gone off on like how like, oh, like you had, or it's like, oh, like it's like it's priced at this at this point in time because of how much stuff there is, and I think mostly a lot of it comes from like from like the vault stuff, like a lot of the vault stuff with vault, because I think like Doom and Doom 2. I don't know if Heretic plus Hex did it, but it's like you got like a little vault thing where it's like you have like concept art, you have concept art of various different things. And I think like in this case, it's like, oh, you have the ability to play around with like I think like in this case it was like unlike the other stuff, you can actually play around with like certain levels, I think. Yeah, very like like various different versions and all that. Which we might actually kind of look at some of the stuff if we can, because Cause I feel like because it is gonna be it is technically gonna be like a thing that we are gonna be trying to do. So, but I'm just kind of just taking a little bit of a slight little break to see if I can, check up on stuff on Discord. Cause I don't know for sure, but if everything goes well, I think Pei might be streaming today because because last time I checked, it is Thursday. And she does a thing on where she's streaming on Thursdays each week at most, and she technically has forgotten about about like what day it was last week. Cause it's like because I think like I think like somewhere in her head she was thinking to herself it's like that it was like it was like Wednesday when it was really Thursday. I'm trying to like remember some of the stuff because I think like Pei posted in like the general discussion stuff in the archive, which I still cannot get over that. It's like part of me thinking to myself, it's like there's like archive really. I mean, not that I'm saying like it's like a bad name. It's just when you have something that you go by for so long, it's just like it's hard. It's like when you know something for so long, especially like when you're in a community for so long, and then all of a sudden like things just change. It's like do you do that? But yeah, like I was saying though, it's like I think like Pei posted a little made a little thing about this where she was kind of just doing like the general discussion stuff on Discord, and I guess like time flew by her or something like that, and I think like she was talking about how at one point in time that some of her main mods were like kind of poking at her, it's like hey how come there's no stream today and she was like, and she was there, and she was just there thinking that it's not Thursday yet, and all of a sudden, she just looked and like, oh, it actually is Thursday. But I do hope she's able to stream because even though that like I might not be able to even though like I might not be able to like message her and all that jazz or even though even though like she had kind of like removed some people from her friends list on at least Discord and kind of like I I'm trying to think of like the weeds that I want to say. So I know that when like she was kind of getting things like getting things prepared for for her re-debut and all that. It's like I know that she had done some things where it's like she had removed a handful of people that was on her friends list on Discord. She kind of changed things about like how messaging her works, which which basically means that you can't really be able to DM her like you could and all that and I think I was talking about this on one of Inverted Shadows recent streams. I even like even though like he didn't really like acknowledge my little thing, which is fine. Like I don't expect everyone to always acknowledge what I put in the chat, but there's I don't know what it is, but like there's kind of like that there's always kind of like that little like slight fear of You know, if like, you know, Pei, if like, you know, what if Pei thinks less of me? It's like, or it's like, what if Pei, you know, somehow thinks less of me, or something, or something like that. And it's like, you know, what if, you know, I'm not worthy, you know, to be like, you know, like her friend, or like, you know, or something like that, or whatever. I mean, even though like, from like, even though like the last time I, you know, checked, which is on Steam, you know, like we're still Steam friends, but you know, it's just, I don't know, you know, it's just, like, I don't know, it was one of those little things where it's like, you get like you know, like the bad thoughts going through your head and everything like that, and you know, you're trying to think to yourself, it's like, you know, does this person hate me, you know, or, you know, am I, you know, like, does this person hate me, you know, have I done anything against them that, you know, that would cause, you know, this, that, and the other, um, but at the end of the day, though, like, I always do, I always do, you know, like, hope and pray that, you know, like, Pei, you know, is doing okay and everything, and, you know, and I do always, you know, I will always wish her, you know, the best in it and everything, and especially, like, you know, if, you know, what, you know, like, what is she doing, like, you know, little streams here and there, or, you know, maybe, like, you know, like, YouTube Shorts, which I know she's been doing quite a bit of. Okay, so, enough about all that. I think we'll get back into the swing of things with blood. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's a shit ton of maps. Developmental level used to test various effects. FX tests. Okay, doesn't seem to really kill you. Not much in the way of sound, it seems. early versions of E2M1, originally designed for Bloodbath. Basically, Bloodbath being, for those that don't know what Bloodbath means, it's basically the blood equivalent, the blood word equivalent of deathmatch. Early blood, early build blood. Okay.
Maranax and Fearbooks. Maranax and Maranax. Palex. Crudox Cruo. Crudox Cruo.
Oh. Okay. So we have, so, okay, so okay, so that's interesting to know. So apparently, unlike how most, like user map type things are, we actually have the ability to start with all weaponry, like all weaponry and maxed out and whatnot. I guess this is where that boy came from. They say it's an incomplete map, so I'm guessing like either like A, it's not, it's not finished, or it's like, maybe like some parts can't be accessed, or doesn't really have a level, or doesn't have an ending. You can see like right here, like you're supposed to go through these things.
Crudox Cruo.
Picked up limited invulnerability. That's trippy. Little from an early build of blood from January 31st, 1996. Yeah, I picked up the delirium shroom. Skull key. Medicine pouch.
Get up! Invade! Invade!
Okay. Well, very interesting, tin. Like, very interesting indeed. Picked up doctor's bag. Wooden chest. Can I have the flare gun, please? Thank you kindly. Ow. I'm not here. Can't open that.
I get no kick from champagne. Mirror. But I get
I got a diving suit. I don't know what it is, but like having doors or having like doors that have no sound to them, kind of crazy. Hmm. Okay. Even though I know it's not gonna really matter, but I was just like, I'm gonna just switch it back to regular blood. Level from an early build, from an early alpha build of blood from January 30th, 1996. This level eventually was repurposed for E6 M6. I'm curious about this one. Wait. Wait. I'm kind of remembering this one. I kind of remember this one a little bit. Cause like, keep in mind, like it's been a long time since I played like blood mods, things like that. But I remembered something along the lines of like playing a blood. I think it's like I want to say it was like a blood mod that had it had a level that had the opening that was kind of like this, and I cannot for the life of me, unfortunately, remember exactly where the fuck I remember seeing it from. And sorry if you heard me double like that. I just wanted to check the stream and everything, see what's looking and sounding because I'm pretty much do a thing where it's like, oh, I'm having to have mobile live dashboard up. I don't really have active mods like some people, but you know. But it's like I remember like there's this little area right here, and there's like the opening, and had
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances.
y'all love the commitment.
Maranax and Fearbooks.
Hmm. Stuff. Hmm. Let's go over here real quick again. Hmm.
Modern oxen Yeroshek. Crudox Cruo. Yeroshek Cruo. Modern oxen fear books. Crudox Cruo. Modern oxen fear books.
Look how much these guys are determined to kill me. Ding, ding, ding. I love it.
Yeroshek Cruo. Maranax Palex.
One of those rare times where it's like it's like it's one of those rare times where it's like you see a switch in blood that you have to shoot. And you wouldn't be able to tell that it's really like a shootable switch. Yeah, sorry if I'm just pausing. I had some of my leftover dinner from last night, which was tackers, as my stepdad likes to say. Basically, he does a little thing where it's like he cooks up, some hamburger meat, cuts it up, all that juice jazz, and puts seasoning and stuff, all that, and then he he warms up some flour tortillas. Anyway,
Maranax!
I think I remember this layer too, especially with old Ghosty McFloaty over there.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, putting on the Ritz.
There's a bit of thing where it's like I think it's like because of how there's no music. You just put like the whole "You spin me right round, baby, right round" music all for that.
Maranax and Fearbooks! Maranax! Palex!
Picked up a wine bottle. Picked up black chess.
Maranax!
Here. Kind of surprised like you can't be like playing around with any music, any music and all that. Quite the explosive shortcut here. Picked up 2 red potions.
I need a key.
Okay, so we have a moon key for this. Look at them go.
Somewhere over the rainbow. I get no kick from champagne. Yeah.
There's one over there. There's a mouse over there.
I need a key.
Ow. And yet not one single enemy has dropped the damn heart.
I need a key. That's all, folks.
I hate when I do that shit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna boosting you guys, and I'll be right back. I'm also gonna mute my mic too. Okay, I am back.
I need a key.
I think it's really fine. Where the fuck I found that one, it's like part of me thinks to myself, like, I should have grabbed that other med kit.
The sun will come out
But
tomorrow.
it's like part of me thinks in my head, part of me thinks to myself, like, I should have gotten the damn other med kit that I saw, to be able to replenish my shit back, to 100% and everything. But then I think myself was like, no, I kind of want to, save that as backup. Oh, there we go. But I'm thinking to myself, I was like, no, I kind of want to save it, for backup, just in case, like, oh, I, run out of the previous thing, or my current thing, and then I need something to top myself off with.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. But I
Whew. Don't get monsters in the way of health in here, do you?
strangers in the night, exchanging glances.
Okay. Well, got through that. Developmental level usually tests all the characters, props, and pickups. which is kind of like the armory type area.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances.
Silver Grail. Curious.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. But I get a kick out of you.
Asbestos armor. I guess that's all. I'm just guessing that's all there was to it. Which I mean, it's understandable, you know. It got his point across. Different version of Blood1.map. April 9th, 1996. of E3MA, but its development is very near completion, dated April 1st, 1987. Early version of Episode 1, Map 1. No, I Live Again. Want to see if anything's been updated. So about like, I think like 24 minutes until like it's 8 p.m. my time. No secret there. There's a spray can here. A spray can. So normally what's supposed to happen is it's like, you know, once you, like in the original, it's like you come out of your grave, and, you know, as it's, you know, as the grave's open to you here, kind of say, I live again, and then you come up, you hit this little thing right here, it's supposed to have like a little secret, I think supposedly it's supposed to be like, you know, some shotgun shells or something like that. And then the one area that I did open up, supposed to have, I think, like some TNT. My armor's still here. Not sure if that's supposed to be intended or what have you, but tombstone's a little bit on the off the kind of, it's kind of like buried in the ground a bit more. I have a curious thought. Let me check YouTube. Hmm. Why did you take me all the way out? Fucking app. Excuse me. It's like I go to YouTube on my phone, and I see I have like two like notification things via the bell and all that, and I try to build, and I try to see what they were, and it's like I try to go back once, and all of a sudden like it just takes me out of the app itself. It's like just takes me back to like my phone, like my main part of my phone or whatever. Because what I was trying to do was like I was trying to see if Pay was gonna be streaming. And the way that I was thinking about that, I was like, oh, maybe she, I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, oh, she if like she has a thing on her YouTube page, then it's like, oh, then it's like, oh, you can tell that she's gonna be streaming. My subscriptions. Hmm. Not seeing anything. It's like I'm not seeing anything, so I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, what are the odds that she's forgotten that it's Thursday and not Wednesday. But anyway. Okay. I can tell there's different, some of the differences already. Like, this whole thing is different. The fact that there was a zombie near the gate right over there, that's definitely a thing. No cultists do under here. I'm guessing that the one, I guess like the one main difference per se is that I'm guessing like so far I'm not seeing that like no cultists. glycine there. Doctor's bag. TNT. No piano. No piano thing here. Little, I guess, like monster closet thing here. I believe there's not really none to be. I believe there's probably like a crack, like a hidden, like a little crack thing right here, but just not. This is normally where you would exit for the first level. And then, like, over there is kind of like a little, like, sneak peek, if you will, of what going in, like, the second map of the level, or of the episode. And apparently I have soft locked myself. Hey, it's funny. Yeah. Figure if I was gonna go out, I might as well go out with a bang. Okay. So, so yeah, that was episode 1 of Death Wish for Blood. Like I said, I didn't know exactly how long it was going to be for a stream. Yeah, but I figured it's like, oh, like we would check out, best I figure it's like, oh, we might, check out the, some of the levels from the vault and everything like that. See what see what kind of stuff, see what kind of stuff and things that there were. So yeah. I'm trying to think as well, because I want to say, like, I thought I saw Sarzak playing Blood as well, but I think in his case, I think like he was playing like classic Blood, probably because I noticed he was kind of doing a thing where it's like he would like play where it's like he would where it's like he would do a little thing where it's like he would play old games on old in the old ways and all that. Oh no, it wasn't Blood, it was Bloodborne. Yeah, well. How weird. Excuse me. Damn, dog. Alright. Let me just check once more time on Discord to see if anything has like changed or what have you. Cause sometimes like it's one of those things where it's like it can happen at like the very last second or something. But but yeah, like the thing that was kind of in the back of my mind was that like if Pei was gonna be streaming, then chances are she would have like a little schedule thing on like like showing up her YouTube for her YouTube side of the thing because apparently now she's doing a thing now where it's like she kind of like multi streams. Oh, excuse me. Where it's like because like back in the day she only streamed really on Twitch. She would like stream on her main channel, doing like certain things, and then like I think like her Hormancy channel, and it's like, oh hey, I want to be like playing like these random games, and usually a lot have like so people can partake and what have you. Um, so yeah, it's like usually that's that, and I think when she had like her God knows how long time away. Okay, I guess there's some scuff going on. But yeah, I was like about to say though, it's like like Pei would have like have her two like two of her channel, like two. Peggy's gonna have like two Twitch channels. One for like certain things, like stories and stuff like that. Maybe like certain games, and then others, and like her other channel, Horomancy, um, with other things that you wouldn't really see on the main channel. And then like after God knows how long it was, when she had like the time away from streaming and everything, and then when she was like sort of when she was sort of like trying to make her re-debut and and what have you, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do this, and things change here and there. So yeah. And I apologize if I'm not if not much is going on. It's just how it be sometimes. Especially like when I'm thinking about like trying to find someone to possibly raid. Don't know for sure if I'm gonna be able to do the raid. So and then it's just like, oh well, I can. I can be like, oh well, now I have to. I was like, no, I have to find somebody. A handful of people are paying DVD. Wow. Yeah. Let's say that there's one person that's playing Mass PI for I, which, like I said, was kind of, which someone's kind of wanting to do, hopefully, but probably not going to work. Probably not going to be able to raid this person, but I figured I'd just see for the hell of it, I guess. Huh? What the fuck? I put like the first part of the person's name on the one trying to raid, all of a sudden it just disappears. Probably not gonna be able to do that, can I? Oh, actually I can, I guess. Well, might as well go ahead and do the ting. Alright, but I hope you guys have enjoyed everything. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.